Look, Ma, I'm famous and ish. Dude, I got my coffee on. Coffee refill time. Refill. Look, this is refill time. My God. Refill always tastes better. For some unknown reason. What's happening? What's happening, Chris? What's happening, people of the grams? This is your homie, Jose Trujillo, dude. It's gotta make this thing hotter. I got my heater here. Dude, Sonic, shut up, man. I don't know how I do it, but I do it, baby. I make things work, my friends. All right, let's do a little something. Let's put a painting there so that way you guys can see me do all my je ne sais quoi. If you want to, right? If you don't want to, I get it. Not everybody wants to see the greatness of Jose Trujillo, but some of you might want to see the greatness of Jose Trujillo. Am I bestowed upon you? So, some people call me the world's greatest living artist. Some people do. Some people. Nice posing, Mumu. Thank you so much. Dude, I like that. I love that. 17 Burger 17 is like American flag. Born in the USA. Born in the USA. I love that, dude. I love that song. Except I was born in Mexico, but it's my country now. I love that. Love seeing that flag. Love seeing the Star Spangled Banner. All right, here we go. Pow, 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 pow. Look at that. Oh la la. This is going to be uno cañón. It's going to be a canyon, baby. Right here, look. Oh, baby. You're making me crazy. Give me some of that greatness. Let's do this thing. Mark, you can have all kinds of greatness from the world's greatest living artists. Dude, I've been sharing my greatness for a while, man. Honest to God, I've been sharing my greatness left and right, all over the place. There's countless artists that could attest to that. They don't like saying it though. They get some of my greatness and then they go away and then they don't like saying it. They're like, no, I figured this thing out on my own. But they know that deep down inside they know the truth. That Jose Trujillo has shared some of his greatness. Some of his blessings. I've been sharing blessings left and right. Look at that. Every time I turn around. Look at that. What's happening, Rudy? Good to see you here. What's happening, people? People of the Grams, warriors, come on, play with me, warriors. Man, we got awfully political earlier. Sometimes I feel like we can't escape the wrath of the politics. The matters of the people. All in good heart, guys. All in good heart. All in good heart. Some days I wake up and I'm like, dude, I wish I knew everything. And then I act like if I did, but I don't. So the rest of my day is like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And then some way throughout the day, I'm like, man, I don't know shit. But there's days that I wake up and I'm like, dude, I got this thing figured out. As the day progresses, I get reminded. I get humbled down to my level. Look at that. It's only after the day starts progressing. Hello. If life doesn't like smack me around and like humble me down, Lizette will. Lizette will put me in my place. I'm like, damn. She has that power. She can smack the bullshit out of me. She's like, with the power of Christ, I compel you. She'll smack it out. I feel like women have that superpower, you know? You're telling a lady something and then you know, you're trying to convince yourself, you know, you're exaggerating the truth, you're trying to convince yourself of something, and you keep talking to her, and at some point the girl will give you like the eyes, you know. It's the eyes, you know that she's not buying not even a quarter of what you're talking about. She gives you the eyes. She doesn't have to shake her head, she doesn't have to tilt her head, she doesn't have to do anything other than just give you the eye. Once she give you the eye, yeah. Yeah, it feels like when your mom caught you like lying, you know? When your mom was like, "Did you go to church today?" And you're like, "Yeah, yes." And then she just gives you the eye. She doesn't go, no, nothing. She just gives you this special eye only girls have. It's a powerful lie detector. But anyways, they see right through her. Yes, they do. I'm like, I start telling Lisa a story, and all of a sudden she like, midway through my story, she's like, anyways, she gives me space. She gives me space for my BS. She knows I need to have some of my BS. It's my little indulgence. Guilty pleasure. Look at that.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. For realios. But look, guys, this is a good place, man. Like, I feel like we're getting somewhere. I feel like as artists, as art connoisseurs, art lovers, enthusiasts, painters, and all kinds of awesomeness, I think we're getting somewhere with this. I really do. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I needed to finish that email.
No, I figured. So I need to get back to this, so let's stay without you, baby. By the way, guys, I've been pretty excited because I've been I don't know. I've been looking forward to what's gonna happen next in terms of in terms of the world, guys. And I know we got political earlier. We don't have to. But in terms of the world, in terms of the positive aspect of it, I was thinking about how the printing press. Well, because I was listening to a podcast, not a podcast, a documentary on Renaissance. On the Renaissance movement, right, and the Italian Renaissance specifically, and I was listening to how the printing press like changed everything, for people, like everything, the way that information got dispersed and basically democratized. Books, right? The book industry was invented there. And so I was thinking about that, and I'm like, dude, that's where we're at right now. When online gurus say things like Gary Vaynerchuk, right? When they go like, dude, you don't even know the time you're living in right now. It's because they understand it, but many of us don't. Many of us don't understand that the internet is that social revolution, right? The internet is a social revolution. It's democratized information and to a large degree it's scary because of the things that we were talking about earlier, but it's also a good thing, right? Because there's access. So it's a double-edged sword. Anytime something gets democratized, it's a double-edged sword. Just like the printing press started printing things that maybe people needed to hear, and then it also printed things that probably people didn't need to be looking into. And in that way, I feel like we're in a very similar stage right now, very similar to that of the Renaissance, of the Italian Renaissance. And so I think it's pretty cool, actually. Think about it, and I'm like, dude, I think this is going to be really cool. Because we haven't, think about how long have we had internet? It's nothing. It's nothing. Like really had internet, not just for the nerds, but everybody. It really has been nothing. It has been nothing. We're enjoying this thing, and we really don't even know what it looks like yet. I'm thinking about maybe 50 years from now, it's going to be like ridiculous. You're gonna have and I think part of the fear is also because we're in we're in the middle of a global economy, right? We're in the middle of globalization, and in a degree that we've never seen it before. We've never seen it like this, due to the market revolutions that have been happening. I think powers are afraid. I really do. I think powers are afraid, including the U.S., Britain, Germany. I think they're afraid, and I think because it means a change. It means a change, and it could potentially be a change of powers too, which is definitely something that, if you depending on where you live, right? It depends on where you live. But aside from that global aspect of things, or that macro, no. Aside from that, which we don't really know, we can only speculate at this point. I think we do know what the internet is doing in a microcosm, which is allowing a lot of us, again, depending on where you're at, but allowing a lot of us, I'm specifically talking about people in the U.S., it's allowing a lot of us to trade with the world. Something that could not be possible unless you had the capital to travel, or you had the capital to pay. The future is right. Yeah, I think so. You have the capital to travel, or you have the capital also to do business with other countries, which is ultimately it was people who were able to travel. And when I mean travel, I'm not talking about like travel. Travel is so democratized now that you know, it was unheard of years ago that people were like, it was only like people that had means, right? That people were like, oh yeah, I spent a weekend in Greece. You would only hear of people who had means. Now it's just about anyone can do that. Anyone can go and get their tickets, get some money for their food, and stay at an Airbnb, and boom, right? Travel. It's been so democratized. And so I think about all these things, and I'm like, dude, what is this going to mean for artists? That occupies my mind from time to time. Like, what is this whole thing gonna mean for artists? We're in the middle of so much disruption, economic disruption, and change, right? We're in the middle of so much change. I can't think but to think brightly about the future. And if I start speculating a little too much, I'll start thinking negatively too, because that is the possibility too. You know, sometimes when you think too much, you start going down a rabbit hole. But from a positive lens, I think it's gonna be pretty kick-ass. I really do. I think it's going to allow, just like so today what happens is that if you're an artist, if you want to exhibit somewhere, or sell your work, or market your, the same mechanisms still exist, which is the gallery system, the art fairs that existed 30 years ago. Right? It's the same mechanisms, art fairs and exhibits. They've been functioning the same way. They've been functioning like this for about 30 or 40 years. The art gallery older, but the art fair a little younger. But you know, but something that we've been seeing in the past, again, 20 years plus, is online galleries. And I think that we're going to see something even cooler than online galleries. I really do. I've been in the mindset of thinking that art is going to be sold the way it got sold back in the day, but only a few people had access because not a few people had access, but the if you lived in the right areas, you had access. Let's put it that way. But the way art was sold was like like a mom and pop shop. Like a mom and pop shop. I'm talking about Renaissance to mid 1800s or late 1700s, from the Renaissance till then. Artwork got sold that way, like mom and pop shops. We hear a lot about we heard a lot, right, or read about the salon in France that was difficult to get in, and da 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 da. Yes, on one end that happened, but on another end, people were selling artwork. Either way, people were selling artwork in their mom and pop shops, and many artists were making a living doing that. But you had to be in the right place, right? You had to be in the meccas of the world. It didn't have to be art meccas, but you did have to be in a big city because you needed the traffic. Today we don't have that. You can be in, like I've joked around many times, you can be in Boise, Idaho, and selling your artwork to art collectors all over the world. And who's to stop you from doing that? Or what's to stop you from doing that today? Now, if you can't sell the artwork, or the art has no meaning or no voice, or the art sucks, well, it doesn't matter that you're in I don't know, in Manhattan. It doesn't matter that you're in Paris. If the art sucks, it sucks. It doesn't matter where you're at. But this thing has democratized the art market so damn well, and so I'm hopeful and I'm positive that it's going to be something even greater. I'm personally looking into the art world being democratized to such degree that people are actually going to try to sell their artwork, not just at gallery prices, which it should, but also it's going to be something that people could be like, I'm a plumber, I'm a painter, and I live off of doing this. We're seeing that on Instagram. We've been seeing that on Etsy, some Etsy sellers. But more and more, I feel like we're really going to see that, where people are going to be like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an artist. I've been pushing this for a while. I've been demonized for it online, because people are like, oh, you make it about the money, selling artwork. And I'm like, what do you make it about? You make it about changing the world in a pool of millions of artists? You think you're gonna be the one? It's fucking ridiculous. You should at least try to make a living while you're figuring things out. But and so I've been demonized because of that way of thinking. But I think it's worth the punch. I really do think it's worth the punch. Loving the thinking. Thank you. A lot of galleries are struggling. A lot of brick and mortars, because we live in we're in the middle of a global period, which is good and bad, right? Depending on which side you're at. It's all about the money. It is all about the money. It's always been about that. It's always been about that. The thing is that we don't like to think that way, right? We get upset or scared or we feel like someone's cheating us. Here, let me do another painting. Keep messing with this idea. Let me pull out another canvas. It just depends on how you see that, right? Is it bad? Is it good? Are you about, just because you're trying to monetize what you're good at or a career, does that mean that are you cheating people? Are you helping? Are you helping yourself, right? And are you just helping yourself? I go through these questions because as an artist, I remember always being put down and almost, you're almost invited to be a martyr if you're an artist. And this was certainly the case predominantly about 20, 30 years ago. You're almost invited to be a martyr. You know? You're like, oh, if you don't suffer for your art and this and that. And all these ideas of the French bohemian idea of the artist, which I talked about the other day. And I'm not just gonna blame the French, because I don't think that it's a blame game. But the idea predominantly comes out of that group of artists, impressionists, post-impressionists, who, as I talked about it last time, most of them came from means, and so they had that opportunity to explore being a quote unquote vagabond, right? A vagabond who could come back to mom and dad and say, oh, never mind, this didn't work out. About that inheritance, let's talk about that inheritance again. Yeah, if you want to eat and have a roof over your head. How's it going, Alicia? Good to see you here, my friend. And so I think a lot of the history or story of being an artist has been scrutinized and more than anything demonized if you were trying to earn a living, perpetuated by the galleries, that highly dominated the art world in the past 100 years. The thing that was supposed to liberate artists is what messed them up, right? The whole gallery system, the whole idea of the gallery really came about from the Impressionists. It wasn't that there was no galleries, it was that they democratized the idea of not going through filters of the state. Because back in the day, if you wanted to make it, you had to go through the filter of the state, which Napoleon had to monopolize that filters everywhere. And so if you wanted to make it in art, you had to be in Paris, and you had to, or in London, and the state pretty much dictated whether you were worthy or not. And so the Impressionists started doing their own exhibits, right? And so that's where we get the main idea of the independent exhibit, because it was the exhibit of the independent artists who were not backed by the blessing of the state. It's very punk rock if you think about it, for its time at least. And so I think that which tried to liberate artists did harm in the coming years. Not in the beginning. In the beginning, it did create liberation for many artists. But then it started creating harm. Why? Because the same structure that was supposed to break the other structure became the oppressor. The oppressor, right? The gallery system became the oppressor for artists in many ways. And so now we're breaking that. Now that you could be, I don't know, you could be a great artist or a bad artist or a bullshit artist or whatever, right? But you can sell your stuff on Instagram. You can sell your stuff on specifically on Instagram, but you could be on Facebook. You could be on YouTube, and this online platforms have democratized the channel of sales, which was only permitted through the gallery system and or the art fair, which the art fair was not for artists. Still, it's not for artists. The art fair is intended for galleries to sell. If you go to any good art fair on your own, you're probably going to pay anywhere between any good art fair, right? Any good art fair, you're probably going to pay between, $5,000 a booth, between $5,000 and $30,000 or $40,000 a booth, maybe even more. I don't know. I haven't looked into how pricey they get, but I'm pretty sure they get extremely pricey the higher up the food chain you go. But at the very least, you're gonna pay about five G's. And so artists can't really afford that. It's only the artists who've made the sales that can afford that. The majority of the artists are gonna have to go and piggyback right on a gallery. And so art fairs are for galleries. They're not for artists, even though they like to say that they're for artists. It's really for galleries. You know, arts and crafts are for artists, but there's no one's really buying at arts and crafts. You go there to buy, I don't know, hippie made soap or some shit like that. I don't know. Hippie made soap. Eucalyptus oil. Yeah, that's a good question, Chris. I want to see Nas's art. I've never seen Nas's art, man. Nas has been following me here for a while, and I've never seen his art, dude. I'm like, where's your art, Nas? Show some of the work, man. Put a link here. We want to see it. Put a link to your work, Nas. Don't do us like that, man. And then what else was I saying? Yeah, so I think that the artists are in a very interesting place right now. We're all in a very interesting place, which could potentially be very, very positive. I think the potential of it being positive is greater than it being negative. I really do believe that. I think we are in a new Renaissance type of crossroads here. I really do believe we're in on a modern day Renaissance, and the Renaissance that we're facing has got to do more with like the Silicon Valley type of, you know, that's the technology, the AI, the Bezos, the Elon Musk, and the dude that came up with I forgot his name. The dude that came up with not Amazon, Alibaba. That I feel like we're in a marketplace of a new frontier, right? There's new frontiers happening right now. The online frontier, and this giants are either going to stay. Some of them are going to go probably, but we had never seen anything like it. The last huge thing we saw was probably Macy's, and the last giant we saw was probably Macy's in terms of marketplace, right? And Walmart. Macy's and Walmart. I don't know how long Walmart is going to last on this extremely competitive marketplace. Lovely glassy finish, man. Thank you so much. Some were all good, not sure about our boss Jose. Lol. Let's see. Cool. Non-campaign like Master Jose. Well said, Sam. Well said. Nah, just joking. So I think it'll be an interesting thing. I really do. I think it's going to be an interesting thing. I think artists should really go and look into having your website. I think artists should arm themselves with a website. Get that into your tool belt. Whether you're any good at it or not, guys, go secure your website. Go secure your name. Whether you feel like you're any good or because a matter of being good is going to change. Practice is going to make you better a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever. But you want to go secure your website. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I believe that we are entering the micro. We're already in it, but a lot of us don't even realize we're in it. We're entering a micro attention economy. It's going to be micro attention. It already is. What I mean by that is long are the days where I'm going to try to get in front of millions of people to see me. You know, pay an advertising company to show me in front of millions of people, get a gallery to show me in front of millions of people. I think long gone are those days, unless you become like an internet sensation on TikTok or Instagram or something. For most people, that's not how they're gonna play the game. Those are rarities. The way most of us are playing the game, or are gonna be playing the game, is 50 people are gonna see me paint every day. And those 50 people could be 10 from Instagram, 10 from TikTok, 10 from Facebook. And those 50 people we're going to have a tight relationship. You know, they're going to love me as much as Eric loves me. They're going to love me. We're going to exchange ideas. We're going to be part of a community. We're entering that. We're already in it. I shouldn't even say entering, but I think most artists still don't get that. I think most artists are still thinking, how can I go viral? How can I buy some? Because we come from the TV and ad and glossy paper time. We come from that life, and those ecosystems, those huge ecosystems, don't favor us anymore. As a matter of fact, they don't favor anybody anymore. Because and the reason why they don't favor, it's not because they're not there. It's because no one's paying attention. It's because a TikTok video or a TikTok celebrity gets more attention than Game of Thrones on Netflix. You know, and Game of Thrones got more attention than some Super Bowl ad or whatever, you know, or whatever was happening on TV. But it gets more attention, focused attention. It's not that it gets more views; it gets more focused attention. It's a micro attention thing that is happening right now, where 10 people can see you paint, and this is a completely different thing of what was happening before. If we were living in the 90s still, I would be trying to get into the art magazines and pay, I don't know, $2,000-$3,000 a page to get into the art magazines. This is what every artist was doing in the 90s. You can't do this shit anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. If you do get into an art magazine, any art magazine, you are more likely, with less followers, with 1,000 followers on Instagram or 500 followers, you're more likely to cause more impact of viewership on Instagram than you would do if you paid $1,000 or $2,000 on a glossy magazine right now. It's a completely different world. Here, let me paint another one. And we're not aware of it. Most of us are not aware of it. Because we're living by the same rules. We're living by the same old rules. The younger ones, the younger generation, the younger ones get it. Yeah, owning your own digital identity is so important because it's going to be your little piece of real estate. Because you can't own anything. Look, I'm here on Instagram, but if Instagram gets pissed off at me, it kicks me out. You can't own anything. So your website, it's going to always be the place where people can go and find you. And not because that's where you're going to make your sales and whatnot. That is not the reason. Because most people don't make any sales on their websites. What's happening is that you're going to be using all these platforms as traffic. And you're going to be using these platforms as traffic, not necessarily to make a sale, but to brand yourself. In the platform itself is where you make the sale. if that makes any sense. The platform itself. So, for example, if you put your artwork on Etsy, you're not driving traffic from Etsy to your website. A lot of people are trying to do that. I think that's really stupid. You put something on Etsy, it's because you want to make a sale on Etsy, because you're talking to Etsy buyers. If that makes any sense. Let's see, fitness says, what's the benefit of a website when you can sell online platforms? So the benefit of a website, a few years ago, it was absolutely nothing, right? Because people thought that they could sell from the website. The benefit of the website is where people can go and get more information about you. So you can sell your artwork in a platform, but let's say if somebody wants to reach out to you to create a commission, to invite you to an exhibit or whatever it is, it's a website is nothing more than a branding tool for most artists. It's basically just a big business card. That's basically what it is. But you want somewhere where people can land and go and see you and talk to you and send emails to you and try to give you a call. They pick up the phone and they call you. You know how many phone calls I get from my website? People want to reach out. People send me emails directly. People that are more serious don't DM me. Usually they're looking for my email. Not always, but usually. And it's because they want to have a more solid conversation than over a DM and that type of deal. Should you make your own website or making an online gallery? I think you should have both. But I think your website shouldn't be something that you're highly invested in terms of like, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you know, all these pages and all this stuff. A lot of us have made that mistake. I think a website should be something that you can put information as you go in your career. It's basically your own magazine. That's really what it is. It's your own magazine. It's where has Jose exhibited? What has he done? I've done a horrible job at that because I neglected a website and I've only focused on online shops because that's where you get paid, right? The online shops. But over the years, I started realizing that people go look for me in my website to see if I'm legitimate, to legitimize whether I am an artist worth my salt or not, or if I'm just an Etsy or an eBay hack. They go and they try to look for you. They Google your name, right? They start Googling your name. How's it? And I just think it's important, and you shouldn't get anything. I shouldn't say shoot this, shoot that, but this is what I did. I got myself a Squarespace website. You can get a GoDaddy, I think, Squarespace. It doesn't matter what you get, something that you don't have to pay more than $20-30 a month to keep it up, you know, to keep it there and have it live. Nothing more than that. And do use it as a sales platform, because people will buy from there. I've done a horrible job at that, by the way. People have asked me, where can I buy your work? Where can I buy your work? And I always push them to the platforms. This has been my mistake, and this is what I'm passing to you. When people ask me, where can I buy your work? I shouldn't send them to the platforms. I should send them to my website, not the platforms. And now you might be thinking, well, yeah, because in your website you don't pay a fee, a percentage, and so you get to keep most of the or all of your all of your money, right? All of your percentage, you get to keep it, your profits. But that is a good reason, but that's not why. The reason why is because when someone's buying from you on Etsy, right? When somebody buys from you on Etsy, or when you post things on Etsy or on eBay or whatever, The reason why you're selling there is because people are buying there already. Every now and then you get someone else from Instagram or from other places. But the what I sell on eBay is 99% eBay buyers. What I sell on Etsy is 99% Etsy buyers. What I sell on Cherish is 99% Cherish buyers. And so when people say, Jose, I love that painting here on Instagram, where can I buy it? My go-to has been go to eBay. Go to eBay. Because I used to think like most artists. If I send more traffic to my auctions, if I send more traffic to my online platform, I'm gonna do better. I thought like this for nearly 10 years. As time has gone by, I started realizing, oh my God, that's not how that's been working. The reason why I've been selling in those platforms is because those buyers from those platforms have been purchasing my work. When somebody outside a platform like that asks me for my work, I need to send them to my website, to my own website. Not only so that I can sell the work, but so that I can create a connection, possibly exchange an email, try to create a connection with a person that is highly interested in your work that you found on a different platform. That is why. Because all you're doing, and all I've been doing, is enriching the traffic on eBay, enriching the traffic on Etsy. That's all we've been doing. Somebody says, Jose, where can I get that painting? Go to the eBay auction, click here on my link. And all I've been doing is enriching their traffic. Not quite enriching mine. And the reason why I say this again is because eBay has millions of buyers already. Millions of buyers. Etsy has millions of buyers. All of their websites have millions of buyers. Tapping into those buyers, it's just a matter of being on that platform. Just like tapping into people here, into buyers on Instagram. The way to tap into buyers on Instagram is not to bring them from another platform. It's to talk to the people who are already on Instagram. Make Instagram videos. Post on Instagram. Send DMs. Talk to the people who are already in this ecosystem. This took me a long time to get. Because I was thinking like all other artists. I'm going to take traffic from one place and send it to another. I'm going to take traffic from Instagram and send it to eBay. And it took me a long time to understand that it's not really how it works. But see, I came from the old school of thinking, the old methods. The old methods are run an ad and send them to your website, right? Run an ad and send them to your website. That's the old method. But if you're on an online platform, that platform already has traffic. What you need to do is talk to the traffic that is already in that platform. I hope this makes sense. This is $1 million advice right there, by the way. Absolutely. Costa Flow says, so the story goes, we all learn as we navigate these interesting challenges. Bravo for speaking the truth to us. Thank you. Yeah, we're all navigating them and learning as we're going, you know. It's a learning process. It's a learning curve. It's benefiting eBay, not necessarily the artist. So the way that the artist would benefit from eBay is that the artist puts energy into eBay. You got to put energy into it. List work, right? You got to list work, create artwork, list work. If you list bad work, it's probably nothing's going to happen. But if you list good quality work and you do that often, and you're there and you're participating in that ecosystem, then that ecosystem is going to reward you. Same way that if you participate in this ecosystem on Instagram, where you're doing lives, you're contacting people, you're liking, commenting, you're DMing, right? You're getting back to people. You're running an ad here. You're doing those Instagram reels, those shorts, all of those things, putting stuff on your Insta stories. You're participating in this ecosystem. This ecosystem starts rewarding you. starts rewarding you. People from here are gonna start saying, "Where can I buy your work, Jose?" My old way of thinking was, "Oh, the way you buy my work, guys, is by me getting you from here and taking you to eBay," which is not bad. It's been working for me. But over the years, I realized I should have been selling my work to the people on Instagram. On Instagram. That's what I should have been doing. And this is not out of like some idea. This is out of data. I've collected data over the years. This is not out of some, some mind revelation in my head that's like that told me, "Oh no, this sounds better." No, it's not about it sounding better. It's about me collecting data. Collecting data over years got me to understand what's really happening. That if you want to sell something on eBay, talk to the eBay buyer. Don't just try to bring traffic from elsewhere to eBay. Look at that. I hope that makes sense. How's it going, Claudia? Good to see you. Sam says, yeah. Control your own content and control your own narrative. And control the flow, right? The flow of traffic. Control the flow of traffic. Keep the traffic where it belongs. What a lot of artists did, I remember when I got on eBay, is, "Oh, I'm going to go and take the eBay traffic to my website." I saw them do that. And I realized that there were not only does eBay hate that, rightfully so, because it's they're the ones who paid for that traffic, and now you're trying to poach it. Not only does eBay hate that and possibly get you banned, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now I know it sounds contradictory. Well, if it doesn't work, why does eBay hate it? Well, again, because it's small numbers, but if everybody does it, right? If everybody does it, then what's the point of eBay trying to make all their marketing efforts to get people to their site? So it is small numbers. People have made livings out of going to eBay, selling for a couple of years, and then keeping that contact information, and then try to sell to those people over and over and over, till infinity. But I think it's little think. I don't think that is a good strategy. I think the strategy is go talk to eBay buyers. Keep them there. Keep them because that's where they're comfortable. They want to buy there. Keep them there. Sell to them there. Don't move them out of there. That's the ecosystem they like to be in. That's the ecosystem that they recognize and respect and trust. Keep them there. If you have someone trying to buy something from you here on Instagram, right? In my opinion, the best thing to do is to keep them on Instagram or send them to your personal website. And what do I mean by keep them on Instagram? There's all sorts of ways of selling, right? You can use PayPal, Venmo, and I don't know what other ones there are. I heard there's a bunch of them, like Venmo and stuff like that. The two that I use is PayPal and Venmo. Look at that. Didn't even know that eBay had a community conversation type of media. It doesn't have it like that. It's not that it has a community conversation. It's that is that every platform functions a certain way. And so the eBay platform rewards you if you participate in the platform, and not as a conversation type, but if you list product, you get seen, right? If you list bad product, well, people will stop looking at you. But if you list good product, people will continue to look at you, and they're going to pay more attention to what you're doing. Just like on Instagram, if you post good content, right? You can post content till your face turns blue here on Instagram. It doesn't mean people are going to see you and love you and follow you. But if you post content, good content, and you do that regularly, the platform's going to start rewarding you. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. The platform rewards you if you do what the platform is intended to do. It is the only way the platform rewards you. What a lot of people are doing on eBay is posting a lot of trash and hoping that the platform rewards them. The platform will not reward you if you put a bunch of trash. But if you know how to paint and you create artwork that is worthy, and you do that regularly, the platform starts rewarding you. It doesn't have to be artwork, of course, we know that. Collectibles. Let's say you collect, I don't know, watches. And they're vintage collectible watches. If you post that on eBay regularly, the platform will start rewarding you. So the more you post, the more chances you have of being seen. But if what you're showing is not worth looking at, then it doesn't matter how much you post. But if what you're showing is worth looking at, then post more. Just like here on Instagram. So useful, thank you. You're welcome. So how much art do I list a day? What I say is list as much as you can create. That is good artwork. A lot of people get this confused. So what they do is they start smacking, throwing in a bunch of horrible art on eBay, and then they get lost in the shuffle. I know artists that throw in lots of art and no one pays attention. I know artists that only throw one piece of art. Dwayne Cruiser, I think that was his name, one of the first daily painters. He used to throw one piece of art and make $600 every time he threw one, sometimes more. So it's not the number of works. Is that the work has to be good. And if the work is good, then do it regularly. And if you can do that twice a day, do it twice a day. If you can do it 3 times a day, do it 3 times a day. But it's not the other way around. It's not the cart before the horses. It's the horses, and then the cart follows. So the horses is the product has to be good. The product is good. It sticks on the wall. Do it again. Right? So it's not a matter of how many do I throw. Well, it doesn't matter how much you throw. If you're throwing water balloons, nothing's going to stick on the wall. But if you're throwing spaghetti, right, it's got to be sticky. If it's not sticky, it doesn't matter. You can throw as much artwork till your face turns blue. I've seen a lot of artists do that and make nothing, make no money at all. So it's reverse engineering. This thing is, can I paint something that people can pay attention to, and can I do that again? Can I do that again tomorrow? And then you start finding out, right? The more you do it, the more you find out. What a lot of artists do is that they go and they start posting in different platforms. They post, 2 paintings here on eBay, 3 paintings, and then they go and post, a couple of paintings on on Etsy, and then they go and put another painting here or there, and then they're kind of spreading themselves all over the place. I told people not to do that, but they do it, and you know, the only reason I said not to do that, I know some artists have done that I've taught in the past, or that have watched my videos. They do that. I think it works for them. I think they feel happy that, you know, they're able to sell a couple of. Personally, I would blow my head off if I was selling 2 or 3 paintings on eBay for $30-40 a piece. But they're okay with it, so. You know, I think that my idea is don't move somewhere else until this shit's working first. Go do one thing, make sure it's working. It's really working. Enough that it starts puking at you. Pay attention to Chris Long. You know, this is an artist I've been paying attention to. Pay attention to Chris Long here on Instagram. More than likely, you're not going to see Chris Long all over creation. He's got one thing going on. He posts his paintings on Instagram. Gets a ton of traffic on Instagram. They go to his website. Simple. It's none of that bullshit. I'm all over the place. No. Get one thing working. Do it hard. Now he's in a position where he can be like, you know what, I could probably hire someone now, or get some help, a few hours a day, to help me post something on Etsy, or help me. So, you know, now you can start moving. But what a lot of artists do is they get a little bit coming in, and then they start spreading. They're like what do they call this? They start thinning out, and so nothing really grows. They get $50 here, $30 over there, $100 here. Nothing ever really grows. They're all over creation. And they took that from an idea that I have that I call it going horizontal. But they didn't pay attention to going vertical first. I said go vertical first. Go vertical. Make sure that the one thing is actually paying you, and paying you well, so that you have wiggle room to move. Now that it's paying you, now that you've leaned on it hard, go in, get yourself an art exhibit. Go in and put some artwork on Etsy. But if you're in 10 different places and none of those are really paying you well, they're kind of giving you a little here and there, all you got is 10 different headaches. Each one of those places is a headache to maintain. That's what they don't get. And I've seen some artists do this because they heard me talk about this, and I know because right after they heard me, they went and did it. And it's looking for shortcuts. In other words, it's looking for shortcuts. Usually, the artists that tend to do this, they're looking for shortcuts. They're looking for easy ways out. This goes back to one of my original videos. If I was starting all over again, I would go hard on Instagram or on TikTok, and I wouldn't worry about anything else. Or knowing what I know now, I would have dropped everything and just dived deep into eBay and drop everything that I was doing, because I was doing a bunch of different stuff. Mixed Media Rose says, you're right, you're so right until one works. Yeah, none of them are doing it right. They're all over creation. They're dilettantes everywhere. Look, I didn't get out of eBay and move somewhere else until eBay was giving me $500,000 a year. And then I started looking for other things. I didn't get out of it. Okay? Just to put that there. And then I felt like, okay, maybe I can go do something else. Maybe I've squeezed enough here. Maybe I can't get more juice out of this right now. So yeah. Uno más, you guys. We're gonna do uno painting más. Uno más. Uno más. So a lot of people saw me being in different places, and they started going like, Jose, where else? Where else are you at? What else are you doing? And I kept saying back to them, dude, no what else right now. None of what else. Get all of your weight and like sit on that fucking thing, man, until it starts giving you something. Put all your weight on it. Don't go to Etsy, don't go to Cherish, don't go to, everybody started doing this because they saw me in different places, right? And I was like, dude, I didn't go to different places until one of them started puking money at me. What's happening, Artsy? Any platform, just work it. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one. Yeah. Yeah. Just pick one and put all your weight on it. I mean, when I say put all your weight, I'm really saying put all your weight on it. Don't dilettante with them, because it's gonna drive you bananas. Because now you got it's again it's what I think it's and I've only seen artists that do this that are looking for easy way out. It's the same artists that are copying artwork. They're looking for strategies instead of looking to put in work. They're looking for strategies. The winning strategy is work a platform. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't care what it is. Work a platform till your face turns blue. And when it turns blue, keep working it until it turns purple. And keep moving. That's the strategy. Think about it. Think about it from this position. Let's say I want to lose weight. I want to get fit, right? You wouldn't go to a gym and say, I'm going to do 3 curls, and then I'm going to go do 3 of this, and then I'm going to go do this, and then I'm going to do a keto diet, and then I'm going to do all this combination of things. No. Most people, that's probably why shit doesn't work, because most of us do shit like that. No. One strategy, right? One. What is it? I don't know. Go run for 5 miles, right? Every day. Put all your weight on it. One strategy. That's all you need to do. Just one. Because one strategy will give you results. It's just that they're trying to mitigate the pain of one strategy. And so they go into different places. It's cop-out. It's a cop-out. I've been telling this to people for a long time. Do not go horizontal unless your vertical is puking at you. It's literally vomiting money at you. Don't go horizontal. Look at that. Chris's Facebook has been good to me. Nice. Art says Facebook sucks for my art, but I also haven't paid for promotion. Got it. One strategy is less stressful. It is because now you're. What do they say? I see it almost like if I wanted to get a job, but I say, you know what? Instead of working 2 shifts in this job, right? I'm an immigrant. I work 2 shifts. Instead of working 16 hours in this job, I'm gonna go work 2 hours here, 3 hours buzzing, 2 hours driving a lift, and I'm gonna do all these different things. Every time that you're moving, you're not only losing momentum, you're losing time. Every time you move from here to like, okay, I'm gonna take this hat off and I'm gonna go jump on this hat. And then I'm gonna go jump on this hat for 3 hours, and then I'm gonna go babysit for 2 hours. That's what a teenager does, not an adult. You know, what? In my opinion, what works is, dude, this thing is working. Can I work more hours here? Yeah, dude, you can work 2 shifts if you want. You can work 12 hours, dude. Great. How much can I push it? Can I work more hours? No, this is as many hours as I can give you. Okay, this is as many hours you can give me. Yeah, okay. Now it's time to go drive a lift. Right? I'm gonna go drive a lift. Driving a lift. How many hours can I put in this? I can only put 3-4 hours. Okay, cool. Can I put more? Yeah, I could put maybe more. All right, cool. Then I got this thing as much as I can put in there, and then I got this thing as much as I can put in there. Now I'm galloping. Now I'm doing something, right? But what most artists do is, I'm gonna try to get monetized on YouTube. I'm gonna try to sell something on Facebook. I'm gonna try to sell something on Instagram. And then nothing works because there's no weight applied anywhere. And if you see most YouTubers will tell you that YouTuber artists will tell you that they do all kinds of things. They say, oh, I make my income from this, from that, from this and this and that. If you really pay attention to them, the ones that are really known in YouTube land, the way they're monetizing is because they're making YouTube videos. They spend about 6 or 8 hours a day editing a single YouTube video. They're really not painters or artists. They're YouTubers. It's just that they use the facade of being an artist, but they're really YouTubers. You know, Papa YouTube is what pays them. But you got to pay attention to it, otherwise you don't catch it. Because they start talking about exhibits and this and that, and they might do an exhibit here or there, and they talk about merch, and then like really their income comes from YouTube. Once they have enough views, once they have enough followers, YouTube starts paying them, 5, 10 more, $1,000 a month. But they don't come clean. That's the problem. A lot of them don't, most of them don't come clean. They don't tell you, really guys, I'm really just creating content and that's how I get paid. Most people don't tell you that. See, when people started asking me, I told them right away what I was doing. I'm like, I'm auctioning paintings on eBay. Here's how I'm doing it. What else do you do, Jose? Dude, this is all I've been doing. At some point I started selling commissions. But it wasn't until the eBay thing was strong with the force. I didn't do anything until the eBay thing was very strong. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't move anywhere. I did an exhibit here and there, and then I would resent myself. I would resent it because it would take me more energy and more time. And oftentimes, I could generate income on eBay 10 times faster and 10 times more than an exhibit. And I started sharing that early on in my career. Started sharing it. Well, not so early, but people started asking me. All friends and family started asking me. But I started sharing it. Then I made some videos about it. And people would tell me, oh my God, you would get more views on YouTube if... And I told them, yes, I know how I would get more views on YouTube. I would get more views on YouTube if I actually edited my videos. But that would make me a YouTuber. that would mean that I would have to stop working at the thing that is actually paying me in order to edit a stupid YouTube video. And so, no, I'm not going to edit my videos. I'm not going to work on that because that thing doesn't pay me. I'm going to pour YouTube videos. I have over 2,000 on YouTube, but I'm going to use them as branding so that people can hear my name. But I've never gotten a single dime from YouTube. I've never monetized a single video. I don't know what it is to get $1 from YouTube. I don't understand any of it, nor I care about it either, because that's not what I do. I'm not trying to get monetized from there. Will I do it at some point? Maybe, but by the time that I do it is because I hired someone who's editing my videos, making them all flashy with, like, you know, what do they call that? Infographics and like, you know, sound effects and music and cut and paste and all that stuff, right? All that fun stuff that people like on YouTube. Most YouTube videos are just entertaining. They don't have any good information. My videos are the opposite. I tell people, like, some of the strategies on selling artwork that had really helped me in my career, and only have a few hundred views or a couple of thousand views because they're not juicy, right? The video itself is not juicy. The content is, but not the video. And because the content is juicy and not the video, remember what I said in the beginning? Because the content is good, but not the video, right? Therefore, the video is the video. Therefore, YouTube doesn't care, because YouTube cares about not necessarily just the content. YouTube cares that your video carries the same value. The same thing that YouTube values. You could be giving the cure of cancer on YouTube, and nobody cares, unless you make it in the format that YouTube cares about. And so, because I'm not obeying the platform, I don't get rewarded by it. I get very few likes. And today I got 25,000. Today was the day I got 25,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. 25,000. It's nothing, right? It's nothing compared to how much I've been doing it and how many videos I have in there. But it's because YouTube doesn't care to reward me there, because I'm not following YouTube's idea of value. eBay rewards me because I follow eBay's idea of value. So eBay rewards me. Look at that. Thank you so much. Always people in the arena think they know better than the people in the ring. Right? It always happens. Did you ever lose master paintings in an auction? Always. Always, always, always. Yeah. I've always lost, but I don't see it as losing. I see it as it's part of it, right? It's part of it. You're learning. You're. Why would I not want to put a masterpiece on YouTube? I mean, on eBay, at auction, and reward my buyers with an amazing piece of artwork, a large piece of artwork, very intense. So from time to time, I still do that. Why wouldn't I want to do that? And in the beginning, I lost a lot of paintings because I didn't know how to play the game. And so, What happened? Oh, the foods.
Gracias.
Look at that. When's the last time you took a 2-week off? Yeah, I don't ever remember taking 2 weeks off. What did you do to prevent losing the masterpiece at auction? Oh, when I was starting out? No, what happened is that I didn't have enough traffic. I didn't have enough traffic on eBay. So you could put something brilliant, but if you don't do it enough, you won't have traffic. Just like on Instagram. You could put in a brilliant post, but if you don't do it enough, you won't generate traffic. You know? Does that mean that you should put bad posts and do it enough? No, because they have less sticking power. I see a lot of artists throw a lot of bad art on eBay and only selling it for $10, $20 a piece. Even less, $5. I see a lot of art. Some of the artists that follow me, some of the artists that in fact are trying to paint like me, do that. That happened to me when I was starting out. That happened to me, and I know why it's happening to them. There's 2 reasons. One, they don't have enough traffic, and that means that they don't have enough people coming back to them either and buying. But the most important one too, and I put it second because I feel like traffic is everything, but they could be interchangeable. 1 could be 2 and 2 could be 1, but 2 is because they are trying to give people something less. That's the problem. They are trying to give people less. When you try to do that, your business is bound to not work. They're trying to give people less. How can I give them less and get my money? Is what they're thinking. And that is not how you play this game. The way you play this game is, how can I give more? Any game. Imagine being in business and thinking of ways that you could give people less. Imagine you own a restaurant and you're thinking, oh, man, how could I get away with giving them half the drink instead of the full drink? Man, how could I get away with, instead of making, it's really chilly outside, instead of making this place hot, can I keep it a little bit cold? Imagine going through your business that way.
So it's worth watching because it's a lot of seasons, like 3.
It's 3. It's dumb enough to enjoy.
I mean, really, think about it.
Keep sharing.
Imagine going through your business that way. How can I give my customer less? You shouldn't be in business if you're thinking that way, right?
Did you enjoy the rest of your Hanukkah? That gave us the last one.
Yeah, it was fine. I just really wanted to be by myself.
Warren Buffett and his partner Munger, I think it's Peter Munger, I think it is, said
No.
that the secret to any successful business is looking for ways, constantly looking for ways to wow your customer.
Ezra was, you know,
And I believe it.
gone, so the house was a mess. I got that. So, feeling like wanting to be.
I believe it wholeheartedly.
Well,
Your single objective as an artist is, how can I give my customer more? How can I give my buyer more?
A lot going on with
I'm not talking about free.
The fridge broke.
Okay.
And
I'm not talking about free.
a bunch of Black Widows in Ezra's room and by the front door.
But how can I give them more? Sometimes customers call me or contact me and say, Jose, man, I did this thing wrong. Can you send this painting to this different address? Of course. Of course I can do that. Jose, I changed my mind on that painting. Can you frame it instead of sending it without frame? And can you do this specific frame that I'm looking for? Can you send me some images of a specific frame? Of course I can do that. I never say no, of course.
But it can go. It's not hard. Like if you're feeling
Can you include a note, Jose? It's for a birthday. It's my daughter's birthday, and she loves your work, and it would mean a lot for me if you included a note, cheering her up or thanking her, or giving her some words of advice. She's an artist too, and she loves your work, and I wanted to buy this painting for her
The background
for her birthday.
of the show that they would like.
Of course.
So it's like,
I don't only have to do that. I don't only want to do that. Can I send her a video?
there's a lot of good.
Can I send her a video? Oh, Jose, that would be everything. Oh my God, I can't believe you're willing to do that. Of course. Of course I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go and bend backwards for you. Of course I am. And I go back to the first part, right? It doesn't mean free. Now those things, of course, I'm not going to charge for that, but it doesn't mean free, right? It means you're willing to go above and beyond for your customer.
And it's just like a Monday.
Dedication, of course. And they remember you. Imagine they open a note, right? They open a note, they read a note after they're giving a painting, an anniversary. Here's a painting for our anniversary. They open the note, they read it, hand signed, handwritten, hand signed by the artist. And then, by the way, right, the son, the daughter, the family member shows them their phone. And then there's a video by me. Or better yet, we schedule something live. Something not live, but FaceTime. We schedule something
I think I have.
to thank them and wish them a beautiful rest of their
That's when they
unity, their life together, and on and on and on. Somebody's ill. Their family member has an illness, cancer, something horrible. Jose, can you say something? Can you put something in your painting? Can you? Of course. Yes. Yes, of course.
in a world and then you realize that there's a lot
I don't want to do any. Why would they buy your shit?
and then
If they can get the same painting you're selling by some other artist who started painting yesterday, or someone in China, or in Mexico, somewhere, it doesn't matter where, but somewhere else where you're not selling it, where you're not, why would they buy it from you?
Okay, I think I'm
A lot of artists hide their faces.
the first time
They go, they paint, and then they hide.
Native Americans. I stop at that one sometimes. I don't know where this is going. It just looks a little iffy.
And it's like, no, above and beyond for the customer.
you have to keep watching it. And then
Let's see, Mixed Media Rose says, yes, correct.
outside of it.
I wowed my flower shop customers by building unique flower pieces. Sometimes I needed to do acrobats, and then there's those customers that you don't want to deal with, right? They're problem customers. They complain about everything, and they're never happy with anything you do. Then it's okay to divorce those customers too. I don't keep them around. I'm like, no, I could never make you happy, right? Many of them are artists, by the way. I could never make you happy. No, forget about it. I don't want you as a customer, right? I would never tell them that, but I would just pull the plug and not do business with them anymore. Call it a day. And so there is that,
Black widows, can you just
but
like
that's very rare.
raid and kill them?
Yeah.
Most people just want you to do your job and do it well.
Doing.
That's what they're paying you.
I just like worry for.
The vast majority of people, that's all they want. They don't want their money's worth.
If he's, like,
Nobody wants their money's worth.
How did you get Black Widows inside?
I have
Okay? Nobody wants their money's worth. Nobody. If they wanted their money's worth, they would keep their money.
Might be
They want more for their money.
from
Every transaction, people want more for their money.
been broken. and it has
More,
little
of something. It doesn't mean more painting. It could mean that, but it doesn't mean that necessarily. It could mean more attention, more follow-up, an extra smile, an extra thank you. They always want more for their money. Faster shipping, whatever, combined shipping. Can you give me some ideas of what would this look like on my wall? Yes, more customer service. Right? People want more for their money. If they wanted the value of their money, they would never buy from you.
bad then.
There's no incentive to buy from you because they can just keep their money. No one gives their money to get the same value back. They give their money because they are believing that they're going to get more back. Otherwise, why let it go in the first place? And so the thing is more. Try to wow your customers more, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Go the extra step. Go the extra mile if you have to. Yeah, absolutely. So I made this really long to answer the question I think Fitness asked. How did I prevent from not losing a masterpiece? Well, I realized that I didn't have to give masterpieces at auction, but I could give smaller pieces and do my best job at it. And from time to time, I would do a larger one that took me more, right? That took me a lot more effort, a lot more time. I could do that. But what I realized over the years is that people just wanted me to give my all. It doesn't matter whether the painting is smaller, larger, a masterpiece, or a study. People want me to give them my all. My all. What is my all? My entire attention until that painting is done. And then follow up with customer service after that. I hope this was helpful, useful, my friends. My name is Jose Trujillo. I happen to be an artist. I'm here in my studio. We're kicking it. We're hanging out. This is a good painting. I think this was a good session too. I hope you guys enjoy it. Look at this painting from a little distance. Ooh la la, je ne sais quoi. Again, guys, if you guys want to find out more, you can DM me. If you want this painting, you can buy it off of me. And if you don't want to buy it directly from me, you can go and bid on it on eBay, because it will be on eBay tonight. But you have a few hours before I place it on eBay, or you can just take it and not let anybody else bid on it. Yeah, that's an incentive. You know, if you really fall in love with any painting, you don't have to wait for the bidding process. You can just buy it off. So there it is, my friends. Take care. Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you, Mixed Media Rose. Thank you, Fitness. Thank you, Leslie, Chris, Sam. To you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. By the way, today we're starting to show and put on auction Chris's work. So we had put one piece, but we're going to start putting more pieces today. We're starting today, and I'm going to show you Diana's work too, because Diana sent me a couple of pieces that are really, really nice. I want to show you guys that, because I'm gonna auction them. That's what we're doing. We're auctioning work. And the reason for the auctioning is because I want people to have access to high quality work. Like real access. Not like you want it, it's, you know, $2,000 or whatever. You can do that as well. You can do that. You can buy them. But we want to create what I'm doing here, which is allowing people to buy my work via the auction. And I want to do that with other artists. So if you're an artist who's got some salt, okay? If you're an artist who's got some salt, if you can paint, I want to hear from you. Peace out, everybody.